First, let's talk a little bit about the pattern. As we're making something really big, our pattern is going to be very big too. And this asks for a different approach. Normally, when you make something in a small hoop or maybe a pillow, you can stick the pattern to the window and copy it from there. But as we are making something larger in size, that's not really possible. So we're going to have to approach this differently. First, we're going to have to print out the pattern, and I'm going to show you how to do this using a normal printer with A4 size paper. First, you can go to my Etsy shop. There you can find the rug pattern and supply list. When you click on it, you can purchase it and you will be able to download 4 PDF files. You will have the color chart flipped and normal and the rug pattern flipped and normal. So as we are punching from the back of the rug, we want our pattern to be flipped backwards. Otherwise, when we turn the rug around when we're finished, your pattern will also be flipped. Once you're done downloading, you can go and get Acrobat Reader if you don't have it already. So you can type in this Adobe Acrobat Reader in Google, and then you can find a downloadable PDF reader right here. So this is in Dutch, but I'm sure you will get it in your language. And over here it says you can download it and install the app. So once you've installed it, you will get this view. Again, this is in Dutch, but you will probably get it in your language. So over here you can go to open, and here I have all 4 times the pattern, and I want the rug pattern flipped, so this one. Now we want to print out this pattern, so this is going to be larger than just one A4 size paper. So again, we go to menu and then we go to print, afdrukken in Dutch, and we'll get this menu. We want to make sure we have the right printer set up. This is the one I use to print address labels for my orders, but I just want the normal Canon one. And this one prints out A4 size paper. So as you see here, my pattern is now divided in A4 size paper. In total, I will have 15 pages with a scale set to 100%, as I want to print this one out in the size I want it here. So about 1500 by 630 millimeters. This is slightly larger than the actual pattern because there is also white space around it. So set it to poster. We don't want any overlap, set it to 0, and then you can just press afdrukken or print, and then you will get your 15 pages of the pattern. So once you have printed the entire stack, make sure you keep all these papers in order so you can easily lay it all out. Then make sure you have a large surface to prepare your entire cloth. So I prefer doing this on the floor, but perhaps you can also do this on the table. Then start in one corner and work your way down to the bottom of the pattern, and then start at the top again and then work your way down. This is the way your stack is organized. Because there were no lines at the top corner of my pattern, I skipped that paper, but you don't have to do that. I've also made a small mistake, which I will correct for you, which is that I didn't make the outline of the rug, and this is certainly a line you also need to draw. So I will do this manually after I've finished copying the pattern, but for you I will make sure it's in the pattern and you can copy it straight away. The next step is sticking the whole thing together with some clear tape. And I always get these margins, even though I select no margins. So maybe that's an error on my part, I'm not sure. But this means I always have to fold over the paper until it hits the lines, and then I can stick it to the next one. So that's what I'm doing right here. Do this for the entire pattern. Be precise, but don't worry about it too much. Some things are going to be a little crooked maybe, but you can always correct things while punching. Just a little tip, put some tape on the intersection. That will make your life a little bit easier. So as it's getting darker in here right now, I've put up my ring light, so you can use any kind of bright light to make sure that I can still see the pattern. So as you can see, the lines of the pattern are now appearing. It's still a little bit difficult, but I think it will work. So what I'm doing now is making sure the pattern is on underneath the cloth straight in comparison with these lines in here, so that I can use the lines as guides when I'm punching and when I'm stretching, specifically stretching the cloth over the gripper strip frame. So this is really nicely aligned, so now I can pull on it gently. And then I'm going to start drawing out the pattern. So I'm almost done, and I'm now lining out the outside of the rug. And I just wanted to show you, I'm not using any rulers or anything to make straight lines. What you can do is follow one of these lines in the fabric when you draw, and then you will have created a straight line. And that way I make sure everything is straight. Copying the pattern with the light on top and the lines coming through from beneath, I can imagine that. I had a little trouble too seeing the lines. In the end, I was able to succeed, but it can be a little bit challenging. If you have that trouble, it might be a solution to turn your pattern into a puzzle and copy the pattern that way. So let me show you what I mean by that. The first step would be to stick your pattern together even more. So what we want is tape on all the edges, on all the papers. So first, on the monk's cloth, you would have to outline your pattern. So what you can do is cut out on this line, then place it on your monk's cloth, and then draw out the outline. Then you would cut off this piece and put that piece on top of your monk's cloth, and then you can draw out this shape. Just follow the outline of your cutout. And then you can continue. You can continue to cut out the next line. So you can cut out this, and this, and this, all the way till you have this entire shape. Then you place it on top of the monk's cloth next to this one, like making a puzzle. And once you put it there, you can outline, draw on the fabric, on the monk's cloth, this entire outline. And then you can cut out this shape and put it on top of your monk's cloth, and then you can draw out this line. And this way you can make the entire puzzle, and then you have your entire pattern on the monk's cloth. Of course, you don't have to copy the pattern. You could make your own pattern. You could outline your rug the size you want it, and then you could hand draw any pattern you like. You could also make little molds. For example, you would want to make a rug for your daughter's room. You could draw out a heart, or maybe some heart you find on the internet, and then you can cut it out. And of course, this could be any shape you like. This could be triangles, this could be rectangles, this could be cars, whatever you like. And then you just place this heart, or you cut out several hearts and you lay it down the way you prefer it, and then you can just copy the hearts. You could also make all kinds of random shapes. Just start cutting out shapes from some papers you have, and maybe you would want to make them a little bit larger than this. And then you can start laying it down on the monk's cloth and start building from there. Maybe as you would do when drawing it out, and then you can copy that. Simply copy this shape, then copy this shape, and then you can make your own abstract art rug in any way you like. There are many, many possibilities. You can have a lot of fun with this.